Kelly Gould will inbound right in front of us. Andrea Jones once again with the ball. Man-to-man once again for Norristown. Same five that came off the floor back on. Shayla Johnson for three. No good. Sasha Sims through her hands. Who's that foul going to be on? We're going the other way. Kelly Gould going to get called for her first of the night. Cheltenham's fourth.
Foul Gould, the first team foul.
Coach Bob Schaefer just livid over on that far sideline. He wants to know what's going on. He's pointing out what happened. Fife now to Marshall. Marshall's jumper won't go. Norristown shooting woes right now. They've got to start hitting some of these shots. Jones will push up the floor. Johnson once again, her toes were inside the line. 2 points for Shayla Johnson. The Lady Eagles down by 12. One of the biggest margins we've seen them be down by on a Norristown Area High School broadcast. Fife double team, she'll feed Moore, and Moore walked with the basketball. Lady Eagles have to step up the intensity right now. They have to get focused and they have to really pick it up. This is the game that they knew they had coming, and 2-on-1. Amy Bauman underneath, blocked from behind by Tamara Halsey. Bauman goes up again, and she was slapped on her way up. Amy Bauman comes out worse for wear, the hair all over the place, but she'll go to the line to shoot too. That one was on Leanne Moore. So the two big players inside for Norristown, both with 2 fouls. That's how Norristown will win games, with those 2 big players inside. And now with both of them with 2 fouls, Norristown really has to be careful at this point. Bauman with an air ball on the first foul shot, and hearing it from the crowd, in the immortal words of Marv Albert. Bauman with the Havlicek type foul shot, 1 of 2. Her first point of the night. The Lady Eagles have to make a run right now. They got to start getting back into this game. I can't say it enough. Fife now off the pick, feeds Halsey. Halsey jumper, and she puts up an air ball. Sims stepped on the line as she tried to save that one. Real force, no fluidity on the Norristown end. Gould gets the ball inbounds. Fife going after that one. And we are going to have a call on, I think it might be on Kelly Gould. Yes, that's Kelly Gould's second. Fife wanted that ball a lot more, and she beat Gould to the ball. Gould's going to get called for number 2. Inbounds, tried to get into Leanne Moore, not going to happen. Norristown pick up the ball up once again. Yes, that was Sims on the jumper. Halsey on the spin move. She was fouled, no call. Moore goes back up, and she was hacked. Norristown battling for all they can inside. Leanne Moore will go to the line to shoot too. I can't even begin to describe what's going on in this gym right now. I don't think we've had a moment where there hasn't been screaming from somebody that something's going wrong with the officials tonight. And Norristown has got to get by that point, and so does Cheltenham. Both teams really have to make sure they keep it on the court. Moore's first one goes, becoming the leading scorer for Norristown with her 5th point of the night, trying to make it her 6th. She's got to put that one up. Yes, and it's good. She was dangerously close to that 10-second rule, where if you stand on the foul line for more than 10 seconds without making a motion towards the basket, the ball will go the other way, and she was dangerously close. I saw the 9 count from official Brian McCabe. Shayla Johnson now guarded closely by Marshall. Johnson on the dribble, the spin move inside, good. Shayla Johnson, very acrobatic inside. Her 10th point of the night. And now Melinda Fife with the ball. Fife, as Wall steps out on her, and she traveled with the basketball. Norristown into a zone now, something we haven't seen them go with in a long time. Fife making Jones go to the other way. Good defense right there from Linda Fife. Now she'll pull it back. Feeds to Halsey. Halsey now feeds Sims. Sims on the drive, going to her right, as she likes to do. Gould with the block. Marshall's shot won't go. Battle inside, and Shayla Johnson pulls it down. Johnson double dribble. Shayla Johnson had a defender step up on her right there. I think it was Marshall. And she had no real clue what to do with the basketball. She was pressured. With 5:29 left in the second quarter, it is 23-10 from a very, very loud Norristown Area High School gymnasium. Fife tried to go inside, another forced pass, and Johnson back the other way. Sims and Moore back on defense quickly. Johnson inside for Gould. Gould wasn't ready for that one, and Sims stepped on the line as she tried to save it. Ivy Laws is going to check back into the game with her 2 fouls, and she'll check in for her sister, Rachel Laws. And also another starter back into the game, Tammy Frazier, and she will spell Andrea Jones for the first time tonight. So a bigger lineup now for the Panthers, and that gets Tamisha Johnson off the bench real quick. On the backdoor cut, Laws inside, no good. Frazier, a strong rebound, but Halsey ripped it right out of her hands. Pushes it to Fife. Fife stops, pops, no good. Fife battling, and Johnson just did a nice job shielding her off. Gould the other way. Good for Kelly Gould, her first 2 of the night. The transition defense for Norristown not happening tonight. They've got to get back as Cheltenham ready to run, and a team that outruns Norristown, something we don't see a lot. Feeds Sims in the corner. Sims steps inside. Feed to Moore, no good. Moore rebound, no good. That one back up, no good. Frazier saves it to Gould. So you can't say Norristown hasn't had their opportunities. They've got to start hitting those little 3-point shots they're getting. They're being pressured, but they've got to start hitting them. Laws on the dribble. We're going to have a push-off on Danielle Marshall. Marshall's second of the night, so 3 of Norristown's 5 starters with 2 fouls. Tamisha Johnson will check back into the game for Tamara Halsey. Well, while we have a moment of silence here, we want to tell you that the girls' game was maybe one of the most exciting, the girls' JV game was one of the most exciting JV games we've seen this year. The Lady Eagles winning at the buzzer with a 3-pointer to beat the Lady Panthers 33-31. Even at the JV level, that is still an upset. We want to congratulate the Lady Eagles JV junior varsity team as they did such a fine job and really just continuing to fight all year. 1 of 2 right there for Johnson. And Fife will push up the court now. Marshall, jumper, just won't go. Amy Bauman looking to push now. Into the hands of Shayla Johnson, and now the senior will slow things down. On the crossover, feeds inside, Ivy Laws. Had an easy 2, won't go. Tamisha Johnson rips that one down. Fife on the crossover dribble, won't go. Leanne Moore pulls it down and gets it to go. Leanne Moore, Johnny on the spot. 8 of Norristown's 12 going to Leanne Moore. And the Lady Eagles' first field goal in the last 3 minutes. Laws, as Moore gave her the jumper, and Ivy Laws said, if you're going to give it to me, I'm going to take it. Leanne Moore will let her do that all day. Doesn't want to get beat on the dribble penetration. Fife on the crossover dribble. She lost it, gets it back. Tried to feed the Moore, and too tall for her. Lady Eagles forcing the issue. Linda Fife not happy with herself. No real answer for the Cheltenham defense as they are just puzzling a team that usually flows pretty well on offense. Johnson now. Ivy Laws on the dribble. Feeds underneath Tammy Frazier, and 1. 2 bad things right there. Number 1, Tamisha Johnson gets called for her 3rd. And number 2, Tammy Frazier gets another 2. good interior passing, and now Tamara Halsey will have to come back to the game. And with that 6-player rotation that Norristown uses, that makes this team a little bit different when you lose your center. Tammy Frazier trying to complete the 3-point play. She gets it to go. 31-12 with 2:48 left in this first half. Backdoor feed to Fife. Fife's layup way off. She had no pressure on her. She's got to hit that layup. That pass is out of control. Walls stepped out of bounds. Apparently she saved it. Johnson back over to Walls. Walls inside the line. Good. Ivy Walls with 2, and Coach Jackson might be wise to take a timeout right now. No, he's going to let his team play. Melinda Fife. And she's going to get called for a push-off. I thought maybe we had a hand check foul on Amy Bauman, but Melinda Fife's going to get called for a push-off. Fife, I believe that is her second of the night.
We are shooting 2.
So now at the 10th foul, Cheltenham will shoot 2 the rest of the way, and Amy Bauman will go to the line, try and get this lead over 20 points. Give this Cheltenham team a lot of credit. They came into this gym ready to play this game, knowing that they had a tough task on their hands with a Lady Eagles team that had a 10-game winning streak this year, a team that has matured a lot since their earlier meeting in the second game of the season. But really, this Cheltenham team is just you almost want to use the word juggernaut, because they really do come in. They are like a well-oiled machine. Bauman gets the first one to go. Both of her points from the line tonight, and now a 22-point lead. Make it 23. Bauman 2 of 2. You can just see the determination on Cheltenham's face. They want that undefeated season. They know this is their real only test for that. Fife for 3. Finally an answer from the Lady Eagles. They scored their 5th point of the quarter, and with 6 minutes gone in this second quarter, really just offensive ineptness right now for the Lady Eagles. They've got to try and find it from somebody. Tie up right there from Tamara Halsey. Ball going to Norristown. So with 2 minutes left, maybe the Lady Eagles trying to get a little spark, a little momentum going into halftime. They come out in the third quarter, make that little bit of a run. You're not going to get there right now, but you can make that little bit of a run to try and get it maybe back to 10 points. Good defense right there from Bauman to knock it away. Look how high Cheltenham is out on Norristown, really forcing them not to get inside. Sims to Moore. Can't get it to go, but Moore was fouled. Moore very upset that she missed that layup and very upset that she was fouled. A great feed from Sasha Sims. She saw Moore standing wide open. The foul right there will go on. Let's see. We'll give that to you in a moment, and Leanne Moore will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1. Moore's first one won't go, and Ivy Walls rips down the basketball. Walls was blocked from behind by Sasha Sims. Great defense right there by number 4 for the Lady Eagles. That foul went on Kelly Gould for her. That's her 3rd of the night. A push-off on Shayla Johnson. Johnson pushed off on Melinda Fife, trying to get that ball inside. Now we'll walk the length of the court. Foul shots for both teams now.
Foul Johnson her first.
Shayla Johnson's first. 10 fouls for Norristown, 8 for Cheltenham in this very, very active first half. 35-15 with 1:25 left in the first half. I thought she pushed off on Fife. Apparently she pushed off on Marshall. Marshall will go to the line. Still in the 1-on-1. Marshall can't get it to go. And Gould back the other way. Cheltenham had numbers. Norristown defense gets back quickly. Tie up right there. And it'll go to Cheltenham. Referee Mark Jordan calling all ball right there. Into the hands of Amy Bauman. Bauman wearing that very heavy knee brace. not affecting her right there. Bounce past Tammy Frazier, good. Leanne Moore with those 2 fouls, really couldn't challenge Frazier. Wise move there by Moore. Halsey now from the corner, gets it to go. Tamara Halsey, her 3rd point of the night. And now we are under a minute here at North Area High School. Cheltenham in no rush, up by 20. Ivy Laws on the jumper, won't go. Kelly Gould, rebound. She just beat the player to the ball. Give Kelly Gould a lot of credit right there. And a double dribble on the way up the court. A very picky call right there, I'd have to say. And in a game like this, sometimes you might want to let stuff go, and not happening right now. Shayla Johnson now inside to Ivy Laws. Laws on the dribble, gets it to go. Ivy Laws taking over in this last minute, and 41-17. Norristown down by 24. That ball off of the Cheltenham player's hands into the hands of Shayla Johnson. Johnson will push up the floor. She'll have an easy 2. And with 3 seconds left, Norristown's got to try and get a shot off Fife. At the buzzer, it won't go. And at the end of 1 half of basketball, Cheltenham complete domination coming into Norris Area High School and dominating in their own gym, 43-17 after 16 minutes of basketball.